Let's talk about every game happened on November 8th, Friday. We got a lot of games. The first game is the Indiana Pacers losing to the Charlotte Hornets 83-103. They only scored 83 points. And we got to have a talk about Tyrese Halliburton. 2 for 11. 9 assists is fine, but there's some games earlier this year where he wasn't getting any assists. He wasn't just that involved on the offense. His usage is not good. And 2 for 11 is one thing, but he only took 11 shots. That's also concerning. A steal and a block, sure, right? On the season, Tyrese Halliburton, we all know he's a big buy low, 80th ranked player. He's going to be better than 80th ranked player. He's shooting 38% from the field. That's got to get better. He's shooting 75% from the free throw line. That's also going to be better. He will have a stretch where he plays well. So buy low, but do not throw him, him buy low right now is throw him a top 50 player, a top 40 player. Very comfortably, he's going to be a top 40 player this year just because the assist he's getting, and he gets a lot of steals as well, right? He should hit over 2 threes once he starts shooting the ball a little bit better. But he's not a first-round player. I don't know what's going on with him. This year, usage is low. Maybe he's hurt, whatever. A buy low, but throw him like a top 40 player, maybe a top 50, a performing top 50 player. Like Jordan Poole played bad last night, but, if you do Jordan Poole plus somebody, I think the owner has to take the bite. He's just playing really, really poorly right now. But in fantasy, in category leagues, he still can provide a lot of value, especially the assists, a lot of value, and he doesn't turn the ball over. And he should be fairly efficient. Not right now, but he should be as the season goes on. I think he's gonna be on a per game basis, in the top 20, top 25. Ignore the bad start. The rest of the way should be top 25. Ben Shepherd started really fantasy relevant. Benedict Mathurin, he has to be rostered. 22 points. Also a sell high. He has to be rostered right now, but he's getting a lot of minutes. There's some injuries going on for the Pacers, but he's getting the minutes. Pascal Siakam, great game, 27 points with 3 steals, really stands out, but he misses free throws. Siakam has been playing fairly well this year. Better than Tyrese Halliburton for sure. Siakam is a 36th ranked player. 21 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Sounds about right. Shooting 56%, that's a little bit too high. He's actually taking a lot of field goals. He's taking 15 a game, shooting 56%. Struggling a little bit from the free throw line, but the attempts is not too high. It should be fine. For the Charlotte Hornets, LaMelo Ball took 30 field goals. It doesn't matter. They won the game. 31 points, 7 rebounds, 5 threes. He took 18 threes. It's just ridiculous. LaMelo on the season, how many threes is he making a game right now? 24th ranked player, while averaging 4.6 turnovers. So if we ignore the turnovers, he's obviously going to be a lot better. And he's averaging 4.7 threes. He could continue doing that all season, honestly. Those counting numbers, huge amount. It's just efficiency and high turnovers. Brandon Miller, 29 points with 7 threes. Also a very big game with 6 rebounds and 6 assists, a steal and a block. Big game. Taj Gibson. Grant Williams is some guy that if you want threes and rebounds, you could stream him. Trey Mann had a decent, okay game as well, so you could continue ride with him for a little bit. Miles Bridges, the news came out, he's going to be out multiple weeks. I don't think anybody really benefits. Maybe Cody Martin or Grant Williams. This new guy, I don't know how to. TJ, he got the start, 22 minutes, but yeah, we don't really know much about this guy. So for now, unless they have a back-to-back, you stream him just to see what he does. Otherwise, if Cody Martin is on the waiver wire, I'm much more comfortable streaming him than this random guy. And what is this guy? Debate. He came in, played 29 minutes. That's interesting. He's a big man. He got 15 rebounds. So if you need big man stats, you could actually stream him because they just give Taj Gibson 10 minutes. Moving on to the next game, a close one, and Detroit able to get a win. Detroit have been winning a lot of games this year. Beat the Hawks, 122, 121. Trae Young, amazing. 35 points, 13 assists, and 2 steals, and 6 threes. Trae has been getting a lot of assists as well this year. Sorry, a lot of steals. 23rd ranked player, averaging, yeah, exactly, 1.4 steals. So that actually helps his fantasy game tremendously. And how about, speaking of steals, how about Dyson Daniels? Amazing. 18 points, 2 threes, 7 steals, 2 blocks. He's gonna be a monster. As long as he's getting the minutes, looks like he is. 39th ranked player. Yeah. He's averaging 3 steals at the moment. He doesn't really give you, 1.9 blocks as a guard is also very, very good. He doesn't give you a lot of points, but 12.5, it doesn't hurt you. 1.3 threes, 4 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. Amazing. Obviously, he's not gonna maintain the 3 steals rate, but he's comfortably, I think, in a top 50 player, just because I think I can see him getting 2 steals the rest of the way. Click Capella, play 18 minutes, not really relevant. 12 rebounds, nothing else. To be honest, in my opinion, I think Capella and Kongu, they're not really much roster players. Just like the 2 big men on the Mavericks, right? Unless your team just really, really need a big man, then you have him. Depend on your strategy. Like if you have like 10 guards, you just need somebody. You need a center. Maybe you can have a Kongu, but otherwise, I wouldn't have any of them. Jalen Johnson, a okay game with 20 points, 2 threes. Hit his free throws at least. And Zachary, he went off. He still got decent minutes, 25. Continue to roster him until guys come back, and let's check the minutes. Detroit Pistons, Kate Cunningham, 22. Another triple double from Kate. That's pretty good. A steal and a block. Jaden Ivey with a steal and 3 blocks. Jaden Ivey has been playing very well. Well, 3 for 7 from the free throw line is no good, but I think overall this year he's been pretty good. Isaiah Stewart got the start. Yep, with Jalen Duren out, you could stream him really just for the rebounds. Give you 1 block here, but usually he doesn't. Tobias Harris had maybe his best game of the season so far. 22 points, efficient, hit 5 threes and 3 blocks. Tobias Harris, he is 75th ranked player, averaging 14 points and 7.5 rebounds. I think 14 points has got to go up. He's getting really good minutes on this bad Detroit team. I would also try to sell him when if he, let's say he goes off, for a little stretch. A great win for Detroit. Next game is the Pelicans and the Magic, 88-115. Yeah, they got destroyed. The Pelicans got destroyed. Understandably so, because everybody is hurt. Jose Alvarado is a must roster until guys come back. 5 assists, 3 steals, 4 threes, 21 points. Amazing. Brandon Boston also. We should stream this guy. He's hit huge minutes. And also, I think Jordan Hawkins is also out. So everybody is out. 26 points, 2 threes, pretty good. Brandon Ingram probably get a double team a lot. Had 6 turnovers. He's the only healthy guy. They have like 4 starters out. Who else could have value on this team right now? Missy, if you want to blocks, really, but he doesn't get 30 minutes. He gets 20. Javonte Green, if you want defensive stats, he can get you some defensive stats, but yeah, it doesn't look like anybody else. It's really Jose Alvarado and Brandon Boston Jr. These 2 guys need to be picked up and streamed. Also depend on their schedule. Like if they only have like 1 game in the next 4 days, I wouldn't pick up Brandon Boston Jr. For the Magic, yeah, they don't have Banchero, no problem, right? And then Wendell Carter Jr. is also out. Jalen Suggs, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Not the best game, but still, the minutes is great. Getting the defensive stats. KCP, though, he got more defensive stats. 5 assists, 4 steals. Yeah, I think with everybody out, maybe. Actually, his usage is also not high. But if you need defensive stats and threes, yeah, KCP is the guy. Gogo Badaze, also, as long as Wendell Carter Jr. is out, we'll have to stream him. Really good game here with 9 rebounds and still in 2 blocks. As well, Franz Wagner, yeah, a lot of usage going to go to him with guys out. 27 points, 2 threes, 6 assists, 2 steals. Really good too. Yeah, the whole Magic squad played fairly well here. Tristan Del Silva, He's getting the start, but he doesn't really do much. If the schedule is good, stream him. Otherwise, let's just leave him on the waiver wire. The rest of the Magic guys, they just don't have enough minutes. Unless there's the back-to-back, maybe I would stream Anthony Black for some guard stats. Otherwise, nobody's really fantasy relevant. Let's go to the next game, the Celtics. This game went to overtime. Celtics beat the Brooklyn Nets 104-108. 108-104. Claxton, good to see him starting and getting the minutes. So, everybody was having some doubts, what is going on. He was getting 20 minutes. 28 minutes, honestly, is enough for him. Like, you should never expect him to play 35 minutes a game. If he played 35 minutes, that's really, really good. I guess they were experimenting with different lineups and stuff. I think with Ben Simmons now coming off the bench, he's starting. They cannot have two of them together. The spacing is just is crazy bad. Ken Thomas, yep, that's what he does. Score 31 points, 4 threes, and a steal. Dennis Schroeder continued to perform a big sell high. Try to sell him if you can. 20 points, 4 steals, and 2 threes. And Dorian Finney-Smith, he could be a streamer. Cameron Johnson had 3 threes, 18 points. He's fairly good, but I just don't. Other than he give you some rebounds as well. 8 rebounds here. But these are exactly type of players that I'll look to try to sell. If they, let's say they score 30, if they start going off, because their ranking is always going to look good. They're fairly efficient, don't turn the ball over, hit threes. For the Celtics, Jason Tatum continues to put out big numbers. I for sure feel like even though Celtics won the chip last year, Tatum was getting disrespected, so he want to come in and really put up huge numbers, going for MVP. And also Jaylen Brown is out. So if you pick them up first round, you're getting amazing value. He's taking a lot of shots too, 25 shots, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, just putting up really good numbers across the board. It's not that hard to get assists on the Celtics team, to be honest. They got so many snipers out there. It's not hard to get 5 assists if you have the ball this much in your hands. So he's going to have a big year. Let's see, maybe he dialed it back a little bit once Jaylen Brown and Porzingis come back. But right now, yeah, it's on him. Xavier Tillman, he's not fantasy relevant. Al Horford played 31 minutes, 13 rebounds, 13 points, 10 rebounds, steal and block. Yeah, he's a guy that's gonna get dropped a lot and then get picked up a lot this year. We don't really need to talk about Al Horford. We know this guy for 10. He's been doing the same thing for a while, for a long time. Derek White, 3 blocks, 14 points, 6 assists. Also played 42 minutes. Derek White is really good. 3 blocks is amazing. Jrue Holiday though, no defensive stats, 17 points, 5 assists is okay. The minutes is really strong, but this is overtime. Yeah, I mean, Peyton Pritchard right now is out playing in real life in fantasy, outplaying Jrue Holiday. Peyton Pritchard at this point, we need to roster him. Hit 3 threes, tip 20 points and a steal, but also a sell high because I feel like when all the guys come back, he's not gonna get 30 minutes. Maybe 25. Yeah. Sam Hauser also got extra minutes here with 35 minutes. They do have a couple guys out, so they kind of need to go small, right? And then all these guards, then they're gonna get some extra minutes. Moving on, and also if maybe they're down a lot this game, so they need some 3-point shooters to be on the floor just to try to score more points, right? Give up a little bit on defensive end. The next game is the Cleveland Cavaliers blew out the Warriors. Yeah, the Cavs are 10-0. Wow. Are they for real? I don't think so. But they're winning games in regular season. So, of course, this is just a bad game. Curry had 12 points. Draymond had 6 assists and 3 steals. The minutes is extremely low on the Warriors. So some of the other random guys coming, Jonathan Kuminga, Podziemski, they got extra minutes, but it's not telling. I don't think Kuminga, Podziemski, they must roster players after this game. DeAnthony Melton also played. He came back. The Warriors got too many players on the bench, which makes everyone's value bad. Yeah, because nobody's getting that 35 minute. Everybody's getting 18, 20, 25. Depending on the matchup, depending on the day, Steve Kerr just plays around with the lineup all the time. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, yeah, Darius Garland, another strong game. 27 points, 6 assists, 3 steals, and 6 threes. Amazing. Probably a sell high at the moment. He's been shooting the ball pretty well to start off the season. Darius Garland. Yeah, he is 19th ranked player. He's shooting 52% from the field. More like 44 is realistic for him. Donovan Mitchell, yeah, I mean, Jared Allen still played 30 minutes. That's surprising. They were up 40 points at the half. 13.12 rebound is good and a block. Mobley also put up an okay line, but this is just, yeah, not a lot of fantasy thing going on. This is a big blowout. Great win for the Cavaliers, but the Warriors, they're still 7-2 after this loss. So, the West is super competitive this year, honestly, because you have Phoenix and Thunder at the top, and you have Warriors, Timberwolves, Nuggets, Grizzlies, and then you got the Lakers, Clippers, who still don't have Kawhi, right? The Mavericks are 10th seed. Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing as last year. They got a lot of really good teams, but maybe not championship. Like, yeah, West for sure is more evenly distributed versus the East is very top heavy. Speaking of the East, top heavy, Knicks beat the Bucks again. Bucks lost again. They barely beat. Who did they barely beat the other day? I forgot. They barely beat a mediocre team. And after this loss, 2-7. Well, at least the Sixers, they have a good excuse. They don't have Joel Embiid, and Paul George is kind of recovering, right? And now that Tyrese Maxey is out. But Bucks, Giannis, 24 points. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with to be honest, with they're not the best team last year, but they're not this bad. Damian Lillard 19 points. Yeah, it's extremely bad for it's looking extremely bad for Damian Lillard, I would say. Also Doc Rivers, yeah. Actually, Doc Rivers looks the worst here. If they continue to struggle, he's gonna get fired. No excuse, really. No injuries right now. How are you losing these many games? Brook Lopez, nothing. No defensive set. Yeah, everybody just had a horrible game on the Bucks. Meanwhile, how about Karl Anthony Towns? 32 points, 11 rebounds, 4 threes. Efficiency is good everywhere. No defensive stats, but Cat is having a great start of the season. He's a 4th-ranked player, averaging 24 points, 13 rebounds, and a block. I feel like his block numbers could go up a little bit, but you know how efficient this guy is, so not really worried about his efficiency. So really good start to the season. While Jalen Brunson, I think, is struggling a little bit, a bit by low, 15 points, 9 assists, still okay, but when Cat is going off, a lot of usage just got to go to him. Mikal Bridges took 18 shots, got his 17 points, is still in the block, and OG Anunoby got his defensive stats. That's also pretty big. 6 rebounds, 5 assists with 3 steals and 2 blocks. And Joshua continues to play well. Yeah, all this whole starting 5 of the Knicks, good. And then everybody else has absolutely no value. Maybe Miles McBride for some threes if they have a back-to-back. Great win for the Knicks, though. Move on to the next game. We have the Phoenix Suns. This is kind of a big matchup. Beat the Dallas Mavericks 114-113. They were up big. Phoenix. Dallas came back, and Yusuf Nurkic hit 1 free throw. He got fouled with 0.8 seconds. Yusuf Nurkic had a big games, 3 big games. I thought he was droppable, but that's not the case, really. He's balling out. I would try to sell high on this guy. 10 rebounds, 2 steals, 50 points. Devin Booker, didn't really score that many points, 13 points, but 12 assists is good. 1-3, no defensive side. Tyus Jones, another big game. 17 points with 3 threes, 5 assists, and a steal. Tyus Jones is just very solid, playing. He's really good at getting assists and playing with all these guys. Well, he's just a 96 ranked player. But I would try to, let's say he have a bad stretch. As long as he's getting minutes, I'm not really worried. He's going to be on a per game basis. For whatever reason, he's just getting 1 steal. Maybe it's Phoenix's defense. He's not getting as many because he in the past he gets like 1.5 steals easy. Playing 35 minutes, yeah. but not this year. So maybe he's not a 1.5 steals guy, maybe like 1.1, 1.2, which is still good. 6.6 assists is good. He's efficient, very efficient. Another very positive, he doesn't turn the ball over. Kevin Durant, 26 points, is still on 2 blocks. Pretty good game from KD. And Bradley Beal struggled a little bit from the field, 15 points. But Mavericks is a good defensive team, so understandably they have. And Luka and Kyrie, they dialed up their minutes. Jason Kidd, because it's a big game. 30 points for Luka. 3 for 3 from the free throw line is good. 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and a steal, and 5 threes is good. Kyrie Irving, just super efficient as always. 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 steals, and 29 points. Yeah, I think playing next to Luka definitely helped with Kyrie's efficiency, because you're not gonna have the best player guarding you, right? A lot of the times. Klay Thompson hit 1 3, 12 points. He really just gives you threes. Klay Thompson is a guy that you get to the playoffs, you don't need threes, automatic drop for that matchup, because he doesn't give you anything other than threes, really nothing. I mean, a little bit rebound and assist, sure, at some points. Daniel Gafford, big game, 6 for 7, 15 points, but no blocks. And RJ Marshall, I think we should also streaming him. Good minutes. He's a guy that won't hurt you anywhere. Can hit some threes, get some rebounds. Can just do a little bit everything else. So yeah, let's pick him up. The next game is the Wizards got destroyed by the Grizzlies. Jordan Poole was the biggest sell high, and he struggled here. Also played just 22 minutes, 10 points and 2 threes. Jordan Poole, obviously he's not going to be a 4th ranked player, which he was. After this game, he dropped all the way to 14th, right? He's not going to be a 14th ranked player. But realistically, depending on how many steals he get, he could be a top 50 player, right? Scoring around 20 points, give you 3 threes, give you 1.5 steals. That's top 50 to me. Obviously, depending on how many turnovers he has and all that. But just those counting numbers and some assists, he's a good free throw guy too. So I look at him this year, maybe a top 50 player. So sell high if you get a top 20, right? But everybody knows not to take him too serious, I guess, because how bad he was last year. Carrington, what a big game from him. 10 rebounds, so he needs to be picked up. 10 rebounds, 8 assists, and 4 steals and 10 points. Amazing. Keyshawn George continue to get minutes. Yeah, also pick him up and stream him until Kuzma comes back. They have an interesting lineup. They started both Star and Valanciunas together versus the Grizzlies, because Grizzlies go big. I think it's more matchup based. So I wouldn't pick up Valanciunas just because, right? I don't think he's a must roster. He had 2 steals and 3 blocks here, pretty good. Star continued to struggle shooting the basketball, but 5 assists, 1 steal and block is good enough. He remains to be a must roster in category leagues. Bilo didn't shoot the ball that well, but 2 steals and 2, he's also a must roster. This Wizards team, a lot of young guys playing very well, and they can really put up numbers in category leagues because they all get defensive stats. For the Grizzlies, Greg Wayne, even with no Ja Morant. How about Scottie Pippen Jr.? He did all that, triple-double. He really, his dad taught him well. Or maybe it's in the genes, it's in the DNA. 27 minutes, got a triple-double, absolutely must roster. Jalen Wells, he gets the start but doesn't do anything. So the Grizzlies blew out the Wizards even without Ja Morant. That's pretty impressive. Jaren Jackson Jr. went off, 39 points, 5 threes, 6 rebounds. Jaren Jackson Jr. is weird. He just doesn't get blocks now. If he doesn't get blocks, the next 5 to 10 years when we draft this guy, he's not going to be a top, in the 3rd round, right? He can score a bunch of points, but 20 points is not. 37th ranked player, averaging 1.4 blocks. But what is impressive is he's getting 1.3 steals. And for whatever reason, he's shooting 55% from the field this year. He's a really bad field goal guy over the years. But this year, I guess he just really improved offensively so far. Santi Aldama, absolutely must roster as well. And Zach Edey, if you need rebounds, they have a back-to-back. You could look to stream him. But he's not a must roster. The next game is the Rockets got destroyed by Oklahoma City Thunder. Yeah, I mean OKC just blowing teams out. And the entire Rockets team kind of struggled, I think. Yeah, they got struggled. Fred VanVleet, 11 points. Nothing else. Jalen Green, 14 points and 2 threes. And Prung Shangung had 5 personal fouls. 4 offensive rebound is pretty good. 6 assists. Again, Shangung had the best game out of all the Rockets. Jabari Smith got just 60 minutes. This is the worry. With some of these guys, Jalen Green hasn't lost minutes yet, but this game, they gave more minutes. This is also a blowout. But Taro Eason, when he plays this well, I mean, he's also a minus 11, but 3 steals in the block. Yeah, I might just go with him if I were the coach, right? If Jabari Smith is struggling with his shot. Amen Thompson also plays very well. So it's just, added pressure. If one bench player is playing super well, maybe some starter needs to lose some minutes. Dylan Brooks also shot the ball okay, 3. He's not fantasy relevant. Unless they have a back-to-back-to-back. OKC, easy work for Shea, 29 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, still on the block, and just super, super efficient. Shed Holmgren, 3 blocks and 29. He also absolutely went off. He kind of cooled down a little bit, but yeah, this is a great win. A big line from him. Jalen Williams had 1 block, 14 points, very efficient. Given how big a blowout this game is, I'm surprised they all play close to 30 minutes. I guess they just didn't play them. They let them finish third and just don't play them in the fourth. Okay. Caruso, blowout, plays just 14 minutes. Yeah, it's tough to hold on to him, but if he's giving you 2 steals in a block, sure. But let's say for a couple games he stopped getting defensive stats, then you have to drop him. Unless going into the week, you already know what kind of numbers you're going to be getting and you really need the defense. Moving on to the next game, the Portland Trail Blazers and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yeah, they got a blowout. Yeah, no surprise. Portland, because how poorly this team plays, like everybody, Fernie Simons, 14 points, 2 threes, nothing else. Bad. Danny Advia, bad. Right, DeAndre Ayton, bad. Jeremy Grant, bad. Just how badly as a team, So nobody really, the minutes is low across the board. So, probably a buy low on DeAndre Ayton or Fernie Simons if you can. Try that. Both guys haven't really played well to start off the season. Scoot Henderson got his 32 minutes, 16 points, but he's not a must roster. There will be games where DeAndre Ayton goes 40 points and 20 rebounds. There will be games of DeAndre Ayton goes 40 points and 20. There will be games of Fernie Simons score 40 points with 10 threes. These guys on a bad team, they have the green light. So if they have it going, they'll have some good games. If those big games come the right time in the playoffs, could be huge. But again, in the playoffs, if the guy might just be out, so that's another concern. For the Timberwolves, good game from Anthony Edwards, 37 points, 5 assists, 9 threes. He's taking so many threes, it's crazy. Rudy Gobert, 15 rebounds and 3 blocks in 22 minutes is good. Julius Randle did his thing. Julius Randle has settled in the team. In the Timberwolves, he's putting out very consistent numbers, which is good. To still kind of lack defensive stats. Mike Conley, pretty bad, but he's not a must roster. You could stream him, right? Dante DiVincenzo hit 4 3, 7 assists. That's actually pretty impressive, and a steal, 14 points in his 29 minutes. Pretty good stuff from Dante, to be honest. Jaden McDaniels is not a must roster, but he got us 2 steals, so that's good. Moving on to the next game, we have the Miami Heat losing to the. Denver picked up a few wins, and Jamal Murray is back, and they scored 134 points. I don't know what's up with Miami's defense. I thought, they're like a defensive team. Tyler Hero played 40 minutes, 24 points, 11 assists with 4 threes. That's pretty good. But just know, if he can get us more defensive stats, that would be nice. I think for a little while last year he was getting a lot of defensive stats, but not so far, not this year. Terry Rozier with 15 points and 2 threes. Okay game. And Nikola Jokic, he would start and get 20 minutes. Jimmy Butler, you could stream him, not a must roster. Jimmy Butler got hurt right on schedule, sprained his ankle, maybe out for a week or two. So maybe we look at Haywood Highsmith to stream him. He got 35 minutes after Jimmy got hurt. Maybe Josh Richardson get a few extra minutes. Bam Adebayo had a good game offensively, but not really. 7 for 18, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Bam just doesn't get us the blocks. Bam Adebayo. What is going on? Why no blocks? He's 43rd ranked player, which is, okay. 15 points and 9 rebounds. 2 steals is actually pretty good. He's averaging 2 steals. Did not realize that, and 1.3 blocks. He's not shooting the ball well, but he's getting a lot of defensive stats. So here you go. That's the trade-off so far this year. He's gonna be better shooting the basketball, but there's no way he averaged 2 steals. For Denver Nuggets, Jokic, yeah. I mean, just the 9 is just ridiculous. 11 for 13. He's just too big for Bam. 11 rebounds, 14 assists, 2 steals, and 30 points. Yeah. Jamal Murray had a good game offensively. Finally, this is good. 28 points with 36 assists. Russell Westbrook still got 10 assists. But again, if you look at the plus and minus, -5. I understand he might be playing with some Denver bench players. But, in a blowout like this, I want to see him have a positive plus minus. But no, he still doesn't. 10 assists is good, though. Peyton Watson, must roster until Aaron Gordon comes back. 1 steal in the block, 16.23 is pretty good. Christian Braun continued to perform. He's a 42nd ranked player. Efficient everywhere, hit some threes. 3 for 4 from the 3 is really good. If he can make his shot, he's gonna be very valuable in fantasy and in real life too. Michael Porter Jr. also had a good game offensively. Yeah, the whole Denver team started clicking. Look, if Denver is the number 1 seed, if they catch up to OKC, Jokic is gonna be MVP. In the East, I don't know. Unless the Celtics win 80 games or whatever, right? They have a similar record, which is hard to do. Like if OKC and Celtics have the similar record, you have to give the award to Shea. Because Tatum has to share the wealth with too many guys. But I don't know. I don't know how the voters would vote. The next game is the Sixers. Yeah, they lost again. They need Embiid really bad. Otherwise, they're going to be out of the plains at this rate. Paul George played just 25 minutes. I think he might still be on the minute restriction. 8 assists is good, but everything else is really bad. He's going to be better than this. I think he's on a per game basis. He's a top 20 player, no problem. So try to get him. Buy low. Andre Drummond, 3 steals and 12 rebounds. Yeah, 2 for 7 from the line. He's got 2 games. Embiid is back, so. Yeah, roster him until then. Kelly Oubre Jr. Also, these guys have high usage, but once Embiid comes back, all those gonna be gone. Kyle Lowry though, I think with Maxey out multiple weeks with his hamstring issue. Hamstring issue is always honestly let's see how good Maxey can recover. Sit out a couple weeks. Hamstring is tricky. It's tricky. It really lingers the rest of the season. So we'll see. Kyle Lowry though. Yeah, that's why we could roster him just to see how things go. As long as Maxey is out, he will start and get the minutes. So, good win for the Lakers. D'Lo came off the bench, had a great game offensively, 18 points and 2 threes. Let's not drop D'Lo, but very disappointing, right? He's just not trying on defense, I guess. Plus 13 is good. Cam Reddish start. He's defensive guy. He was a -6, the only guy. And Rui Hachimura had a plus and minus. Rui Hachimura is not a must roster. He hit 3 threes. That's great. Minutes is also high. But he's not a must roster. He's a stream. You stream him. That's it. LeBron had a big triple-double with 3 blocks. He's doing it. I'm still waiting for LeBron to miss his first game. Hasn't happened yet. AD, big game, 31 points. And AD is going to eat really good this year. He's leading the league in scoring right now. And they feeding him the ball. Easy. Offensively, they just say, let's feed AD the ball more. That's the strategy. So he's been really good. Austin Reeves also 6 threes, 20 points. And I wouldn't say he's a sell high because I feel like he can do this rest of the way. Top 50, 50th ranked player. No problem. He can do that. Maybe 1.4 steals a little bit high. Everything else is pretty, The last game of the night is the LA Clippers beat the Kings Clippers just racking up wins with no Kawhi Leonard. James Harden, 22 points, only 8 assists, but 2 steals, 9 for 9 from the line. Still a good game from him. Norman Powell, 31 points. He's going to do this with Kawhi Leonard out. Offensively, he's the first option on this team. So, good stuff. But, once Kawhi comes back, I do expect him to dial back a little bit. He's still going to be a must roster. Just, for now, try to sell him high. He's, like a top 25 player at the moment? Norman Powell, yeah. Yeah, he's 22nd ranked player. He's not that. Zubac, I'm pretty high on Zubac this year, to be honest. He finally gets unlocked. 15 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 13 points. No problem. Just look at the minutes, 36 minutes. He's going to put up numbers. If you're a center in the NBA, you get 35 minutes, you're going to get rebounds. Automatically. Every single game, you're going to get rebounds. You're going to get some blocks. Automatically. Because guys going to be coming into the paint. You are that tall, you're going to get block shots, right? Offensively, you're going to have good games and bad games, but those categories is very consistent, especially the rebound, so consistent. Derrick Jones Jr., 14 points. Yeah, you can stream him for defensive stats. The rest of the Clipper guys, they don't really have much value. But just look at the minutes. Norman Powell played 39 minutes. Ty Lue is just really relying on him for offense. Sacramento Kings, De'Aaron Fox had a great game, but no assists. That is concerning. 31 points and 2 threes and a steal. Sabonis got 6 assists, 23 points, 12 rebounds. DeMar DeRozan got 6 assists, 13 points. Not the best game from these Kings players. But look at the minutes, super high. All the 4 starters other than Kevin Huerter, they got over 35 minutes. It's great for fantasy. If your best players are playing this high minutes, but it could also hurt them in the long run because they're obviously more likely to get injured if they play more minutes. Malik Monk also got 31, so Malik Monk also, I think because DeRozan is there, he doesn't get as many assists or whatever, but he's still decent. Like, you could stream him for sure. That's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.